these lands since the beginning of time and continue to do so today. We acknowledge the role that traditional Western-centric planning practices have played in harming, displacing, and attempting to erase Native communities. We commit to identifying racist practices and strive to center restorative land stewardship rather than unsustainable and extractive use of the land. All right, moving on to announcements to members of the public and visitors. Welcome to our meeting. We are happy to make all of our meetings open to the public. Please note that the Planning Commission does not hold public hearings since the Commission is an advisory body. We provide recommendations to elected leaders that in turn make the actual decisions. We encourage individuals and organizations to provide their comments appropriately to elected officials. Also, as you can tell, this meeting is a hybrid meeting. We have people all over the country, it sounds like today, with some individuals participating remotely, while others are in person in room 370 of Seattle City Hall. Normally, we are in the Boards and Commissions room. If you're trying to find the meeting in person, it's in room 370. We typically start our meetings off with a look at the Color Brave space norms. And I'm going to have Olivia or John bring the Color Brave space norms up on the screen. And I'm going to invite a commissioner to choose one and briefly speak to its relevance for today's meeting. Do I have a volunteer, actually? Rather than calling somebody, see if I have a volunteer today. Lauren.
Hi, I'm happy to choose a norm. I like the one that says keep focused on our collective goal. Create racial justice through Black liberation and Native sovereignty. And I think our collective goal with the comprehensive plan, including the growth strategy and the zoning that we're discussing today, is a radically inclusive Seattle that repairs the harm of the past, which has been memorialized in our historic zoning patterns, and opportunities like redoing our citywide zoning are ways to advance that goal.
Very, very relevant connection. Thank you so much, Lauren. And I'm going to suggest that we agree to these norms for our brief meeting today. On to the agenda, review of the agenda. We just have one agenda item today, just final action on our letter regarding proposed changes to the neighborhood residential development standards and proposed changes to zoning in order to implement the comprehensive plan. On our chair's report, briefly, our next full commission meeting is scheduled for Thursday, January 9th, 2025, from 3 to 5:30 p.m. That meeting will be a hybrid meeting with options for meeting in person in the Boards and Commissions room in Seattle City Hall or online using MS Teams. And note that the December Land Use and Transportation Committee meeting has been canceled. Announcements and commissions business, I will turn that over to Vanessa.
Thank you so much, Michaela. As Michaela noted, this is a hybrid meeting, although I believe all commissioners are participating online. Thanks to city staff, to Planning Commission staff, Olivia and John. We'll get to introductions in a minute. They are there in room 370 of City Hall. During the meeting, as Michaela noted, this is a very short meeting, and we are looking to approve a letter that we have been working on, that you all have been just working very hard on since the middle of October. We are looking to approve that letter today. Final edits to the letter were contemplated and entertained at last Thursday's full commission meeting, and staff took all those proposed edits into consideration and revised the draft, which was released to you all yesterday and posted on our website. I've not received any public comment via email, which is the one way to provide public comment in our meetings. The other is to show up in person. And we do have a member of the public joining us in room 370 who has indicated they are not interested in providing public comment, but they can always change their mind and do so at the end of the meeting. With that, I'm going to turn it back over to Michaela for introductions. After you've introduced yourself, please call on a fellow commissioner to introduce themselves, and then we'll wrap it up with staff.
Okay, for introductions today, please provide your name, where you work or what you do for a living, and where you live. And the pronouns that you use. So my name is Michaela Daffern. I use she, her pronouns. I am co-chair of the Seattle Planning Commission. And my day job, I work in affordable housing policy and planning for King County. And I live in the Capitol Hill neighborhood. And I will turn it over to my co-chair, Jamie Strobel.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jamie Strobel. I use she, her pronouns. I work in climate change and environmental justice, and I live in the future 130th station area. And I will pass to Cecilia.
Good morning, Cecilia, she, her pronouns. I live in the Roosevelt neighborhood next to the Roosevelt station, and I work in community organizing with people with disabilities on transportation and housing issues. And I will turn over to Lauren.
Thanks, Cecilia. Hi, everyone. Lauren Squires, she, her. I live by the Mount Baker Light Rail Station, and I work at King County Metro. Rose.
Good morning. I'm Rose Lucella Woodson, pronouns they, them. I work as a professional wetland scientist and environmental permitting specialist with Jacobs, and I live up north in Laketon Springs, Northgate, depending on who you talk to. And I will pass to Dylan Stevenson.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dylan Stevenson, he, they pronouns. I work at the Urban Design and Planning Department at the University of Washington, and I live in the Belltown neighborhood. And I will pass it on over to the other Dylan.
Hey, everybody. My name is Dylan Glosecki. I use he, him pronouns. I am an architect and urban designer with Perkins Eastman. I live in the Central District, and I will pass it along to. Do we have a Matt Malloy?
Yep, I'm here. Matt Malloy, he, him pronouns. I live in the Green Lake neighborhood and work at a restaurant and substitute teach. And I will pass it to Andy.
Hi, Andy Dannenberg, he, him, Northeast Seattle. I teach at University of Washington in public health and urban planning. Zio?
Hi, y'all. Zio Alvarez, she, they pronouns. I live in White Center Highland Park, and I work as a designer at Element Architects in downtown Seattle. Radhika?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Radhika Nair. I'm an urban planner and own a small planning and policy firm called Saber Workshop. I use she, her pronouns and live in North Seattle in Wedgwood. And I'll pass to Monica.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Monica Sharma. I use she, her pronouns. I work for King County Play Equity Coalition, and I live in the Central District. And I will pass to Nick Whipple.
Good morning, everyone. Nick Whipple. I use he, him pronouns. I'm a city planner for my day job over in Bellevue, and I live in West Seattle in the North Delridge neighborhood. How about staff?
Sure, I'll start. Hi, everyone. Olivia Baker. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm staff to the Planning Commission. John?
Good morning, everybody. I'm John Hoy. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm staff to the Planning Commission.
Robin, are you on the call?
I don't see her.
Okay, thanks. I'll wrap us up. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. My name is Vanessa Murdoch. I use she, her pronouns. I'm the executive director of the Seattle Planning Commission. And Michaela, I will turn it back to you.
All right, very efficient introductions this morning, everybody. Moving on to our one agenda item, which is taking action on the final Seattle Planning Commission letter regarding proposed changes to implement the One Seattle plan. We have 15 minutes to take action on our comment letter on proposed neighborhood residential development standards and proposed zoning to implement the comp plan. No new content can be accommodated, and edits are highly discouraged. Text-specific edits suggested and agreed to at last Thursday's December 12th Planning Commission meeting have been incorporated into the final letter. Thank you, staff. That is under consideration today. We must take action today in order to meet the deadline for comments, which is December 20th. Before asking for a motion to approve the letter, I invite any commissioners to disclose any perceived conflicts of interest regarding the substance of the letter and to recuse themselves from discussion and vote if you have financial conflicts of interest. And if you want to make a disclosure, please put your name in the chat. And I can get us going. Michaela Daffern. I work for King County's Department of Community and Human Services, and we reviewed the draft comprehensive plan and commented on it in the summer. Sorry, I'm not modeling this very well. I need to give something to staff to put in the letter. I recused myself from review of the comprehensive plan on behalf of King County so that I could fully participate in my capacity as a Seattle Planning Commissioner. Any views that I offer on the plan are my own and not those of my employer. Sorry. And with that, I will call on Zio.
No, nothing to disclose.
Oh, sorry. I saw your name in the chat.
No worries.
Any other disclosures?
Dylan G, I believe I might have seen a email from
Yeah,
you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's similarly just a statement that as a architect in the city, these changes will obviously impact the type of work that we can do at my firm, and just wanted to say that similarly, the views that I express and have expressed in these meetings and will express in a few minutes are my own and not those of my employer, Perkins Eastman.
Thanks, Dylan.
Okay, I'm not seeing any other names in the chat unless the chat is not working fully for me. Final call.
I don't see any either.
Okay, all right. With that, we will, I'm going to ask for a motion to approve the letter and a second. May I have a motion, please?
Nick moves to approve the letter.
I heard Nick first.
I second the motion. This is Matt.
Matt, which Matt? Matt Malloy?
Matt Malloy.
Okay, thank you. Matt Malloy seconds. All right. So now that opens up the floor for any changes or amendments before we take a final vote. If you have a change or amendment, please put your name in the chat. All right, seeing none. All in favor of approving the letter as circulated by staff yesterday, please say aye.
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 All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? And with that, we have an approved letter. The motion passes.
Yay.
Yay. So anticlimactic, such a culmination. We've worked so hard on that. Staff included. Congratulations to all. That letter will now be circulated via email to the planning director of OPCD. And appreciate everybody joining the call this morning and the quick work, as Lauren said in the chat. We do have a final opportunity for public comment. Do we have any new public comment that's been emailed or anybody else that's come into the room, staff?
Nope.
No one else has joined us in person. I do see Vanessa's hand raised.
Oh, hi, Vanessa.
Hi, thank you. I do not have public comment, but I did want to just note that just thank everybody for all your hard work on this letter. And for those listening in who are curious about when this will become public, I'm actually currently out of town, not working, but I will be circulating. I will be finalizing the letter on our letterhead and sending it to the director of the Office of Planning and Community Development and copying many city staff, including as well as city council members and central staff. The letter will be posted on the Planning Commission's website as well. And that will occur sometime on Thursday, this Thursday, December 19th, in advance of the Friday, December 20th deadline. Thank you all for your hard work, and for members of the public, thank you for your interest in the work of the Planning Commission.
With that, the December 17th Seattle Planning Commission meeting and the final meeting of 2024 is adjourned. Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks all.